Hey, all right, let's have some fun. God knows I am happy to be back home. So let's see if we get, there we go, face coming up. Okay, let's see. Anybody going to beat Jacob tonight? Let's see. I'm waiting. I made it. Let's see. Hello, peeps. Come on. There we go. Jacob's got 5 by 5. Good evening, gang. We're back home, and God knows it feels good to be back home. I was telling Mrs. P before, about 10 minutes ago, I was like, I don't know why I'm just excited for tonight because it's nice to be on the original home again. I mean, as much as the backup is great, don't get me wrong, it allowed me to talk to you guys and to keep everybody informed and to keep the family in communication. This will always be home. And hopefully, I keep my mouth shut enough to keep us from getting in trouble. So, all right. So, I'll go through a few housekeeping things today for all those of you that are here. First off, if I got emails all week, the last 2 weeks, telling everybody that there is a backup channel. Okay, it's Pinball Prepping, and if you find me, if this channel, if all of a sudden I'm not there on a morning, because you know damn well I'm there every morning when you guys get up. If I'm not there, that means I got a third strike, and until October 24th, if I get one more strike, this channel disappears. So, but Pinball Prepping is up and running, and that's where I'm going to be. So, but I will be posting to both channels, okay? And I apologize for that, guys, that I'm going to make you chase me around the internet, but they ain't my rules. And so anything that is even teeny little bit, maybe could be get me in trouble, I'm going to post over there. Why? Because I get 2 strikes till that one shuts me down. Here, this will be more of the anti-CV stuff. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'll avoid the CV stuff on this channel. I guess hopefully that line doesn't get me in trouble right there. But so there we go. All right. So next point for those of you guys who didn't find me on prepping. We are doing, it is 100% official. It is a live meetup on October 16th in Northeast Knoxville at a park. Here's the story, okay? We've got the place. I've already reserved the place, rented the place from 9 o'clock till dark. 9 o'clock in the morning till dark. The rules say we can have 200 to 300 people. The information I also have says nobody's out there counting, and it's a park. So, there's not going to be some guy going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if we have 1,000 people, that's going to be a little different. If we have 1,000 people, what we'll do is split it up into 2 sessions. The point is, this is going to be a meet and greet. And what I've asked everybody to do, if you're interested, is send me an email. Okay, email's below. It's pinballpreparedness@protonmail.com. Okay, it's in the description of every video I put up, so you guys can get me. All right, I will send you all the details on there. I've got the location. I've got hotels that are nearby if you're coming from out of state, because I know we've got people that are coming from Minnesota, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina. Somebody's coming from Idaho. So it's a chance to meet the people that you talk to here in the chat. Chance to meet me and Mrs. P, obviously, too. This is not going to be me standing up there and giving a 6-hour speech. Trust me, okay? This is a chance for all of us to mingle, to get to know each other, and the point of it, to me, more or less, is we don't know what's going to happen, okay? But whatever does happen, if I know, I mean, I kid you not, guys. Y'all know. I mean, obviously, I'm in Sharps Chapel. Y'all know that for my post office box. I've actually found there's 2 other subscribers besides the one I already knew that live in Sharps Chapel. Mind you, this is a town of 1,900 people. Okay, and I didn't know that. So this is a chance for us to meet people that are local, maybe within 20, 30 miles, because you don't know what's going to happen. And if all of a sudden you do have to bug out, now all of a sudden it's like, hey, I know this person's 20 miles away, this person's 30 miles away, whatever it is, they're in my path wherever I need to go. You know where a friendly house is. So, that's kind of the point. Obviously, we want to talk about ideas that we all have, things that we're doing, et cetera, et cetera. It's a good chance for a meet and greet. That's the whole point for that. So if you're interested in coming October 16th, please shoot me an email. I will send you the details. I've got it all printed out in a Word doc so you guys can read it, tell you where hotels are, things like that. All the hotels I listed, and there's probably a dozen of them, are within 10 miles of the park. It is a University of Tennessee home game that weekend. They're playing Ole Miss, but the stadium is 20 miles away. So chances are you won't have a terrible time getting a hotel out where we're talking about, but I would advise people to, if they're planning on coming, to make their reservations as soon as possible. But I know a lot of you didn't see Pinball Prepping, so I'm letting you know, please shoot me an email. The more the merrier, okay? If we got 500, 1,000 people in here, that's fabulous, all right? And I'll make it fun, don't worry. You know how I like to have some fun stuff with here. So we'll have a good time with it. So that's that. Second thing I wanted to tell you, a lot of you guys know, some of you don't, maybe if you're on prepping. You've asked me about the black crim tomato seeds. I am harvesting as many seeds as I can get. I've got a whole bunch already dried out. As the tomatoes keep coming in, I've got a whole cup full of them again that I'm fermenting, if you saw my seed saving video, so you guys can get some. If you are interested in getting some black crim tomato seeds, it is a heirloom tomato, okay? Just give you a little bit. It looks like a Cherokee purple. Okay, it's a very maroon tomato with almost a black rim on the top. But I guess from what I've read about these things, it's the supposed #1 tasting tomato by tomato judgers or something like that. I don't know. The reason we get them, they are a Russian tomato. They're actually from Crimea. Okay. And obviously Mrs. P, so hence the reason we get them. We use them to make salsa with, and it is a fabulous, we made another 7 quarts of salsa yesterday. So fabulous tomato. So if you want those, please send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. I will collect all the envelopes. I've got them over sitting right next to me here. People that have already sent them to me. I will send those out probably September, because they are a indeterminate tomato, so they keep producing basically until it gets too cold. Not like a determinate where basically you get them all this time and then the plant dies. Indeterminates will produce all the way through through the season. Great tomato. So we got that. So that is those things. Now, the other thing that I will mention, if y'all noticed the other day, Jason, the Angry Prepper, broke 100,000 subscribers. I think it was Wednesday he broke it, and Thursday he had his celebration for it. And of course, a lot of the content creators and stuff like that were there. I was there and everything like that. Had a really good time. A lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. Guess who else did it today? Alaska Prepper, okay? Definitely a friend of the family, okay? Alaska Prepper is an awesome guy. If by some reason you don't know Alaska Prepper, you need to check Rudy's channel out. Rudy is an ex-vet, or a fellow vet, let's put it this way. He made a career out of the military, so he's actually military retired, not just I did 8 years, but really Rudy did his 20 plus. He is doing a live stream right after this one. So I'm going to make sure we are done by 10 o'clock because I'm certainly going to go over there. I don't know how he's going to do it, if it's just going to be everybody chattering or if he's going to do a StreamYard with the content creators like Jason did. I don't know. But, definitely a chance. Rudy's got some information that you all need to know. I mean, like I said, all of us have our specialties, okay? Rudy knows the silver game. Rudy knows the canning game like nobody, okay? There's all, you got to take your bits and pieces from what you get. All of us have our expertise, and, I listen to a lot of what he says and learn a lot from him, because that's kind of the whole point of us, all right? Any prepper any content creator that tells you they know everything, kick them to the curb quick, okay? So I just wanted to say that because Rudy's somebody that I highly respect, and, definitely I want to go celebrate with him. So I want to be there at 10 o'clock too. Okay. Yeah, that was an easy soliloquy tonight, huh, guys? Okay. So welcome to everybody here. We have 882 people in here. We have a couple of new moderators. I want to say greetings to all my moderators. I mean, North Shore's here, Jacob's here, Lucky Dame Preparedness is here. I see Jeep is in the house. It's good to see you back. Okay. And then we've also got Robert, who I made a moderator last week over on the prepping channel, because we're getting to the point where we have 1,000, 1,200 people in the chats, and y'all know we keep the riffraff out of here real quick. Okay. So, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all my mods, because without you, this place would probably wind up utter chaos. So keep doing the great work you do. I appreciate the rest of you guys that helped me too. Got an email today, somebody that caught a spammer in the comments. Lorna caught that one. And of course, she sent me an email. I found it, got rid of it real quick, and that was that. So, we try to keep this place very much a family. We don't need arguments. We don't need fights. Disagreements are fine. I don't expect anybody to agree with me 100%. Like I've said many times, I don't agree with Mrs. P 100% of the time. God knows she doesn't agree with me all the time. As long as it's polite, that's fine. Okay. When you start going, oh, you're an idiot, you don't know shit, blah 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 blah. Okay, then you're gone. You're done. Okay. And the mods are really good about keeping the riffraff out. Now, just remember to be polite, okay? And keep us all out of trouble. Keep me out of trouble, because like I said, one more strike, I'm done. That's it. Then we're off to there. So, want to say hello to the mods. Want to say hello to everybody else. Used to get to the point where I'd say hello to people individually. I can't anymore, guys. And, y'all know I love y'all, and I read all the comments, and I read all the emails and everything like that, but damn near 900 some odd people in here now. So, okay. So that's it. As for how this goes, for those of you that are new, this is a Q&A session. Please, if you've got a question, please put it in all capital letters. That way I know it's addressed to me. There's 900 and some odd of you in here. There's a lot of people that know more about some things than I do. I want y'all to have conversations in here. Okay, please, if you got a question, ask it. There's going to be plenty of people that'll answer it. Okay. I've said many times, I'm not a canning expert. I'm not a knife expert. There are other people that are. Okay. Weapons, I can talk to you about. Gardening, I can certainly talk to you about. Prepping, I can talk, but I don't know everything. Okay. I mentioned in a video last week a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's nobody that knows everything. So get all the information that you can. I mean, finance is my background. So, that's not going to be an issue. But if you got a question, put it in all caps. I start from the top. I will go to the bottom. If you haven't heard me answer your question in, say 5, 10, 15 minutes, post it again. If I see the same question a second time, I'll just skip over it. Not a big deal. But please, if they're directed to me, put it in all caps. If the question is not directed to me, please don't use caps, because then I'm looking at this going, I don't understand what the hell you're talking about. So, okay, keep it PG-13. No topics off the table. We can talk about anything. Like I said before, we've talked about movies, we've talked about music, whatever it is. I kind of like to stick to a subject, though, okay, if we can tonight. And it kind of goes on a video I put up this morning. What did you do today for prepping? And the reason I want to kind of stick to that is because we all know that shit's getting real. Let's just call a spade, okay? And, as much as, circle back Saki's like, well, we don't want to lock down. Great. Well, okay, you also told us you didn't want to extend the eviction moratorium, and that lasted about 2 days. Okay, so we know what's coming. I've heard from many of you. I was at the grocery store today, and I kid you not, okay, you guys got to remember where I live. I live in a tiny, the county's got 19,000 people. I think the next county over has 30,000 people, and where I went today was the county that had 30,000 people. I went to the grocery store today. I literally had to wait for a parking spot because the entire grocery store parking lot was full. Somebody pulled out, I pulled in. Kid you not. This is, small area, okay? I went in and it was a freaking madhouse in the grocery store. You couldn't maneuver your cart, carriage, buggy, whatever you want to call it, around in the grocery store because there were so many freaking people. And so that tells us something, that the world is waking up. Everybody's expecting something. So I want to talk about, give us the ideas of what you did today or in the last couple of days or whatever it would be to prep, because something that you did may spark an idea in somebody else's mind going, oh crap, I forgot about that. So, and again, that's the whole point of this channel, is to help each other. So that's kind of where I want to leave it. If you got other questions, go for it. But, if you can keep them to that kind of topic, that'd be great. So, okay, let's go to the top and see what we got. So, all right, well, the top as far as I can get, because as much as I ramble, I probably got 10 minutes worth of chat that's already gone. So let's see. Dope Heathen, there's a name. Have I eaten goose? Yes, I have, and goose is actually very good. You cook it just like a turkey. Just exploring every path. Is there a campground nearby? I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking October 16th. I don't know. I know there's plenty of them down near Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, everything there, and that's probably an hour away. If anybody's planning on making a weekend of it, that would be the place I'd say to go, because, all right, spend the Saturday with us and spend Sunday in Gatlinburg or in Pigeon Forge, and Dolly Parton, Pigeon Forge. Beautiful country down there, but I know there's tons of campgrounds around there. Cuomo land. John Christopher. Yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that one alone. Cuomo's not long for the news, either him or his brother. Let's see. Hey, Ghost Preppers in the house. Good to see you, brother. Moldy Soldier, good evening, Pinball. Been canning for days. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you too, and glad you're canning. I'm hoping that you guys have all got some harvest coming in and canning like crazy and doing whatever. Let me know what you're doing with it. New recipes or anything like that people have. Me and Mrs. P been making salsa out of tomatoes and peppers and stuff. We're getting some cabbage. Don't ask me why our cabbage is still doing okay. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli, toast, but our cabbage is doing okay. So we'll wind up making cauliflower out of it. What I'd love is if somebody's got a good recipe for something that can with corn, because I'm going to have a ton of corn, and creamed corn gets a little old after a while. So I'm thinking of corn salsa or something. JB Preps, that would be me, Pinball, coming from Idaho. There you go. Yup, see, I didn't forget. All right, let's see where we go. Lake Fairies in the house. Yep, good to see me live on a mate. Yeah, trust me, I'm very, very, very happy to be back home. This is home to me, and it's like I was staying in a hotel for the last 2 weeks. This is home. So, let's see. I'm still in the hellos. TM, may I send you a self-addressed stamped envelope and you'll mail to me? Yes, exactly. That the tomato seeds, that's what'll happen. Send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and I will email you back the seeds. Guys, when I do that, please open the envelopes carefully because I'm not going to wrap them all up in nice little packages. You're going to get a little bit, some seeds in there and that'll be it. So, because I've already got a dozen envelopes to go and I'm trying to gather seeds as fast as I can. Let's see. Sheila, would you share your salsa recipe if you can share it with us? It's not really a recipe, okay? It's a Georgian take on basically your typical Mexican salsa. So what we do is peel about we take cookie sheets, okay? Cut a tomato in half, put it on a cookie sheet, stick it in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350. So that way we can get the skins off of them. Throw it all in a pot. We put in, this time it was banana peppers, sweet peppers, jalapenos, pepperoncini, and green peppers. I was gonna say there were 5 different peppers. Put in a whole bunch of peppers in there. Put 5 onions in there. Put a 3/4 of a cup of vinegar and 2 heads of garlic, and we run it all through a meat grinder, okay? So literally we pulverize everything, okay? So it's almost liquid. Throw it in a pot, boil it for about a half an hour, and then pressure can it for 10 minutes. And depending on the peppers you use, we take the seeds out of the jalapenos so it doesn't make it too hot. But the other peppers that we got in there, there's still a kick to it. But it comes out to almost like a sauce, which, what we had for dinner last night after we canned all this stuff, because we wound up making, the whole pot wound up 8.5 quarts of it. 7 of them got canned because that's what fit in the canner. And the other 1.5 wound up in the fridge. But we used some of it over spaghetti and made it garlic bread and, used it like a spaghetti sauce. It's absolutely delicious. And if you think about it, people go, why would you use something like salsa for spaghetti sauce? Think about it. What's in spaghetti sauce? I don't know. Tomatoes, garlic, onions, peppers. Does that sound like anything that you know? So it's just a Georgian, not Atlanta, Georgia, but as in former Soviet Union, Georgia, recipe. It's very liquid. There's some Mexican restaurants you go where it's very similar, where it's not chunky at all. It's almost like a liquid, and that's what it is. So, Sister Rabbit, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Let me pop that back and see if I can get back to the chat so I can read what it was, because I was behind there. Okay. Morning light. There you go. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Made sure my fire extinguishers are in place and are working. The one in the car works fine too. Now I just have to clean up the car. Great idea. Think about you bring it up for me. My fire extinguisher is sitting over there on one of the kitchen counters. It's been there since Christmas. Okay. But yeah, checking your fire extinguishers. Good idea. Moldy Soldier made a bunch of salsa, everything from the garden except jalapenos and cilantro. Made 2 batches of pickles from cukes in the garden. Potatoes are next. There you go. Well, I hope you're not pickling your potatoes. Kevin, I have to end one of my roosters tonight. Do you have a preferred method? That's the easiest way to do it. Cindy Ann, what brand of seeds do you recommend? New to this. Okay, so first off, Cindy, if you're new to prepping, what you want to look for is heirloom seeds. Okay, first off, I mean, don't buy hybrids or anything like that because you can't. Well, you can save the seeds, but you don't know what you're going to get the next year. Heirloom seeds, you're going to get the same plant over and over and over again, provided there's more to it. But trust me on this, just buy heirloom seeds. The second part of this one, do not let anybody bullshit you and say, oh, these are non-GMO seeds and therefore, you don't have a problem. You as a consumer are never going to get GMO seeds. Okay, GMO seeds are specifically sold to farmers who have to sign a contract with the seed producer that they will not save seeds. Okay, so any seeds that you buy from any seed distributor selling it to retail is going to be non-GMO. So don't let them charge you a premium for that. As to places I like to get seeds, Burpee is good. Hoss Tools is good. Who else do I get seeds from? Crap, it's not the time of year I'm thinking about it. There's, God, guys, help me out here. There's somebody, Baker Creek is the other one. Those are good places to get seeds. You will get seeds that pretty much they're guaranteed to grow. You will get the germination, which guaranteed 95%. Okay, nobody can promise 100. It's life, but Hoss Tools, HOSSTOOLS, Burpee, BURPEE, and Baker Creek. I don't think I got to spell that one out. So. West Virginia Hills Have Eyes. Hey, Pinball, when do you think the next lockdown will be? I'm still saying around Labor Day. Okay, maybe give or take a week or so. They're going to put the kids in school. They're going to pull the kids out of school. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go, oh, it's the Delta. Oh, it's winter. It's whatever. So my guess is around Labor Day. And again, like I said, Psaki said, oh, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and said the same thing about so many other things. Every time they say something's not going to happen, that tells you it's gonna. Because this administration hasn't told the truth yet. All right. Chandra, black bean corn relish is yummy if you want to use some corn. That sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Can I do it with canned black beans or do I have to have fresh? Because that's one thing I didn't grow this year was black beans. Miss J, chow chow is a great use for corn. I have no idea what chow chow is. If you guys want to email me recipes, I'd greatly appreciate it. Danny Melton, pickled beans and corn. Okay, you guys have some good corn ideas because I'm going to have tons of corn if all this works. I mean, I'm getting the ears. They're getting bigger. They're maybe, you can't really tell what that is, maybe 2.5 inches around. So, okay. Sheila, I planted more seeds today in the garden. Good. We're getting close, depending on where you are. I mean, further north, obviously, you can get your winter or fall crops in. Farther south, got to wait a little bit. But we're getting in close to the time for your brassicas. So I'm at my second chance at broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. Peas, you can get a second crop of peas in. I've got my second crop of potatoes in long ago. So, guys, just because summer's almost over, don't think that you can't grow anything else. There's plenty of stuff that grows in 60 to 90 days that you can get in the garden yet and get another crop. JB Preps, canned corn, red peppers, onions, and potatoes. Just add cream when open. That sounds good. Let's see. Sunset, freeze cornbread. Yeah, I've never made cornbread from scratch. Okay, guys, remember, I'm not a Southerner. It's like I've never made it from scratch. I was 40 before I was ever introduced to biscuits and gravy. Let's see. JB Preps, dry your corn, grind it for cornbread. The corn I plant is peaches and cream, so it's not a dent corn. So I can't. It's not going to be the right type of corn for it. It's a sweet corn. Psalm 91 PV, great idea there. Crank up your generator and run it for a minute or so. Yeah, I've mentioned this a couple of times, but that's something that's very smart. If you got a generator, get it out there, get it outside, run it for a couple of minutes, get any of that gunk that's out of it, because the last thing you want to do is you'd rather have to clean it now if you've got a fouled carburetor or something, or fouled plugs. You'd rather clean it now than when you need it. Okay, so good idea there. Plus, I'll add one to it. If you haven't done it recently, get some fuel stabilizer in your gas in your generator. Let's see. And there we shot to the bottom, so scroll up to the top time. Oops, I know where that is. Okay, let's see. Miss J, I'm working on my seed bank. Some seeds from my garden and some I've bought. Yep. Good idea there. It's because seeds, you think seeds were hard to find this year, guys? Wait till next year, okay? Because there's a whole lot more people this year that are going, hey, I need to plant a garden. And so come springtime, they're going to be looking for seeds. You're going to have a hell of a time finding them, okay? And this, if you know this, if you don't know this, there are specific farmers that are seed growers, okay? They don't grow for the food, they grow for the seed. They will let everything go to seed. And they supply the Haas Tools, the Baker Creeks, the Burpees, whatever it is with seed. They're having a hard time this year. So there's going to be a massive seed shortage next year. If y'all looked at the price of seeds this year, prices, it was, what you used to get for 59, 79 cents a pack, they were $2.25 this year, okay? The more seeds you can save, the more that you can trade, exchange with people, that the better off you're going to be, because like I said, I'm going to have thousands of black Krim tomato seeds. Okay, no problem. That's why I want to share them with you guys, because I'm not planting thousands of tomato plants. I could have a tomato farm going here real quick. It already seems like I have a tomato farm going anyway, but save whatever you can. Grow those staples that you need. Tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, cabbage, beets, beans, peas. Grow those staples if you can. And anything that you can save in the way of seeds, save what you can, because you can also trade them with other people. There's seed exchanges all over the place, and I'm going to try to figure out some way to put it together here. I don't know how yet, because it can get y'all know it can get overwhelming with what I try to keep up with. Like I said, seeing 1,000 comments on videos, it's like, okay, that takes a few hours to go through comments. North of the 52nd, finalized my solar power system parts. Took 4 years. Congratulations. Solar is not cheap to put together, and so congratulations on getting all that done. Somebody said, Texas Janet, salsa just means sauce. Yeah, I know, but we all know what salsa means to an American, the Tex-Mex stuff. Jamie R, spaghetti sauce in the canner right now. Yep, so it seems to me everybody's harvesting tomatoes. Yep, I get the idea. Let's see. Stephanie Allen, is there a forum page for those of us of like minds to meet up closer to home? I don't have one. I know everybody says, oh, I need to get on Telegraph. I need to get on Gab. I need to get on Odyssey. I need to, Guys, please understand. I probably spend 4 to 6 hours a day just with the YouTube stuff, doing the research, trying to make the videos, answering emails. It takes up quite a bit of my time. I've got to do my job, be a husband, be a parent to my puppies, okay, and do my prepping, and somewhere I got to sleep too. I don't have time to manage half a dozen platforms or whatever it is. It's enough that I've got, now 2 YouTube channels that I've got to take care of, and all the emails and stuff. So I know there's other people that do it. I apologize. I just don't have the time. I have too many other things that I'm responsible for. So flashback. Hey, we can stay in Rogersville. Yeah, Rogersville's not terribly far away. Jamie R. Been canning every day. So many tomatoes. Yeah, I have to say I'm picking probably 7-8 pounds of tomatoes a day. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Sarah Kelly. Amazon has Augustin Farms I'm assuming pancake mix. Number 10 can for $7.70 today. That's a great price. Al Preparing, added to food storage and physical library. Good deal. I don't know if y'all saw this today. Somebody sent me this physical library, the modern herbal dispensatory. So, figuring it, adding to your library is never a bad thing. Okay. Reference books, research, anything that you have. If it's your digital library, make sure it's not just on the internet. Make sure you have a local stored something, because if the internet goes down, at least you can still power up your computer and access something. You're not going to be able to go check videos out on YouTube if the internet goes down, unless of course you've saved the videos. So Moldy Soldier, not potatoes, just harvesting. I'll be planting garlic in a couple of weeks for next year. Yes, we are getting close to the time to start planting garlic for next summer's harvest, guys. I know a lot of people say, oh, you plant garlic in spring. No, you plant garlic in late summer, fall, and it's fine over the winter. And then you'll harvest it next summer. Garlic's about a 9-month deal. So, Michelle Rucker, do I know what's going down on August 11th? Yeah, I do. There's a annual emergency broadcast system test where they will test the TV. You'll get the beep, beep, beep on your TV. You'll get it on your phone, and that's it. Okay. All these people saying, oh my God, the world's going to end on August 11th and everything like that. Bullshit. Okay. This is a test. This is a standard, normal, every year they do this test. And somehow, somewhere, everything got crazy where everybody's going, oh, this is when they're going to shut down the world. No. Okay. Could it happen? Sure. Okay. But anybody that's prophesizing that August 11th is when they're going to tell everybody, this is a standard test. This is nothing else. Please, please. I say this all the time. When you hear some of this stuff, go check it out. Okay. Being a YouTuber, all right, please check anything I say out. I am 100% sure that you can go look up anything that I say, and 97% of it's going to be accurate. Yeah, every once in a while I come up with something that turns into be bullshit too. Okay, I research it, and the research I did wasn't good enough. I'm not perfect. Okay, but there's some channels out there that are more concerned about getting views and clicks than they are about putting out good information. So, the ones that are telling you that the world's going to end on August 11th, those are the ones that are just trying to get clicks. Oh, yeah. Raina LaRue I keep forgetting Jake, or Josh. M.I. Gardner, another place to get good seeds. And he usually has some good deals. He's got some really good seeds too. I bought, God knows I buy my fertilizer from, I get trifecta from him all the time. I keep forgetting to mention him with seeds. Yeah, M.I. Gardner. He's got a YouTube channel. Go watch it. I mean, the guy's a freaking genius when it comes to telling you how to do stuff with some of your gardening. Put out a great video just, what was it, yesterday, day before, or whatever, is why your cucumbers are curling. I know it sounds like it'd be a boring video, but go watch it. You'll learn a lot from him about gardening. So thank you for mentioning that, Raina. My mistake for not bringing him up. a few of you are mentioning other seed companies. I don't know them. I know, like I said, I know Baker Creek, I know Am I Gardener, I know Burpee, I know Hoss Tools. Again, I'll give you one other thing about seed companies. If you live in Vermont, for example, buying seeds from Hoss Tools is probably not the best idea. Why? You're in Vermont, they're in Georgia. Okay? Completely different climate. You want to find a place that has seeds that are in your general climate, because what grows down south doesn't necessarily grow up north or vice versa, and it's not acclimatized. Now, I can, Georgia, Tennessee, close enough. I can deal with it, okay? But, if somebody's saying, oh, I've got seeds and they're, from a Minnesota farm, it's not, those aren't going to be acclimated to the heat and humidity and the summers that we get in Tennessee. So, not that it doesn't get hot and humid in Minnesota. I know it does, okay? Just not for as long of a period. Okay, Milo on the Ready says Johnny Appleseed. I have no idea what the context is. And then Matthew Silva says they stopped the large bucket sales, and I have no idea what the context is. Riverstorm starting to price bulk stock for razor wire when it gets crazy. That's actually a really good idea, guys. And you've all heard me, my story about planting the evergreens around the perimeter of my property. That's actually my plan, is once the trees are big enough that I can hide the razor wire in them, I'm going to put razor wire throughout my trees. Okay? Why? That way ain't nobody coming in. All right? They're going to be in a world of hurt. But that's my game plan. So yeah, I mean, if you can get that stuff now, that is it. I mean, if you've got the use for it. You live in an apartment, obviously you have no use for razor wire. If you do, man, I'll tell you, those are some scary places you live. But, out in the country, it's a little bit more useful. Let's see. Susie Dixon says, please leave live chat up. Lots of good info to come back to. I don't take it down, guys. I know I go back and I watch the videos, and sometimes the chat's there and sometimes it's down. That's a YouTube thing. I don't take it down, because I like to go back and read what you guys are talking about. I'll watch the video afterwards, not tonight, because obviously I'll be over doing Rudy's thing. But yeah, that's not me. I apologize when they take it down, but that's 100% YouTube. Catherine Mesa, can 9 quarts jars each of chicken soup, chicken thighs, 12. Wow, you were cannon today. 9 quarts of chicken soup, 9 quarts of chicken thighs, and 12 quarts of butternut squash soup. You were busy. I hope you had the air conditioner on, because damn, that got hot. TJ, hello TJ. If you had $2,000 to invest right now to turn a really quick profit, what would you do with it? Okay, you're asking for something, or this is going to be my question. How much are you willing to lose? Because, I mean, if you're talking about turn a really quick profit, maybe you get lucky. I mean, Bitcoin's what, 40,000? Maybe it goes from 40 to 44. Maybe it goes from 40 to 36. How much are you willing to lose? I mean, investing is always a risk reward. Yeah, you can buy something that might go through the freaking roof real quick. You could also buy that same thing, also might go in the toilet. I was never a get-rich-quick type investor, so I'm probably not going to be the right one to answer that question. I mean, because I don't have the stomach. I don't like losing money, and the only way you're going to, I mean, I'll give you this as an answer. If it was easy, if everybody could take $2,000 and turn a really quick profit, if it was that easy, everybody do it. Okay. So, there's a lot of risk to it. My answer, I guess, would be I wouldn't be looking for something like that. I'd I don't think there isn't a good answer to that one. Okay, I mean there's just as much of a chance of losing money as there is making. I mean, if you want to take a chance, play some Bitcoin. I mean, that would be it. But be prepared; you could lose your ass real quick too. That $2,000 could be $1,000 by Friday. Robert Winslow, lockdown. How long will it be, in your opinion? Well, I don't know. If you talk to the who is it, the Minister of Health or the Minister of Transportation in Britain, they want it forever. They want, if no travel, I mean, depending on lockdown. If the lockdown meaning stuck in your house, okay, who knows, okay? But I guess there's one minister in Great Britain that says, you aren't leaving the country. Nobody's coming in, nobody's going out forever. Okay, that was in the news today. I can't even give you an answer how long it will be. I mean, I'll say this, okay? It ain't going to be past January of 2023. I'll give you that as an answer, and you read between the lines about what I mean. Brenda Rayburn, hey Pinball, this is Tarp Man from Virginia. Went to Wegmans grocery store Thursday and got 45 pounds of hamburger at $3 a pound. Not a bad price. Not great, but not bad. Went to Walmart, they had no bacon. BJ's almost wiped out. Yeah, and you guys have, we talked about it briefly the other day. The bacon story, California, and again, remember who owns Smithfield, okay? Where are pork products going out of here? So, bacon is freezable, guys. If you find bacon, freeze it, okay? I mean, bacon, it's flat. You pile bacon on top of each other, freeze it. If you get it on sale, grab it. Daily Prepper, canned 3-bean salad with corn. Okay, see, guys, like I said, I'm a canning newbie, so I don't, somebody had sent me an email yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about Mrs. P's chicken soup and how much they loved Mrs. P's chicken soup. God knows it's my favorite soup she makes. I mean, I love that stuff. And so we did a video on it, and so many of you guys love the soup. And somebody said, "Can we can it?" And I'm like, I don't think so, because it's got cream cheese in it. From my knowledge, you can't can anything with dairy in it. And he came back, he goes, I've been canning cheese and canning butter, now butter being ghee, but I don't know. I'd love to be able to can some of that soup, but I don't know if you can. I don't have all the answers. I wish I did, okay? I just don't. I'm learning to. But, this is why we all do this. We all share information that we got. If somebody knows how to can that cream of chicken soup, please let me know, because I'll have Mrs. P make 10 gallons of it, and we'll can 50 jars of it. Christy Birch, are we in danger on the 11th? No. Again, that's, fear porn, gloom and doom that some of these channels are putting up. I wouldn't worry about it whatsoever. South Colorado Stetter, do you think 46 will make an announcement on the presidential emergency alert 9/11? Okay, I'm assuming I meant 8/11. No, again, people are hyping this up. It's going to go beep, beep, beep. Your phone's going to go, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Please get back with your regular life. Have a nice day. That's all it's going to be. Could I be wrong? Yes. Okay. The chances of me being wrong, slim to none. I'm going to try to pronounce this. Philmon Tawoldi. I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. How much longer before hyperinflation, $500 loaf of bread? Okay, I don't see a $500 loaf of bread ever. But we're already getting into hyperinflation. Look at what happened to lumber prices. When prices go up, 500, 600%, that's hyperinflation. Now, it didn't hit everything, but somebody sent me I think it was Derek, sent me picture today about the price of steaks in Canada, and it was what, $55 a kilogram. Okay, now if you change that from American dollars to Canadian dollars and switch from kilograms to pounds, you're talking $22, $23 a pound. Okay. Now, like I said, I bitched when I seen $18 a pound. $5 more. That's where it starts getting insane, guys. We're already on certain products, we're already in a hyperinflationary scenario. Dusty Culpepper, Riverstorm, bought four 130-foot spools of razor wire last year for $25 per. That's a good price. Kiss My Grits, Roy Potter said something wicked this way comes next week. Yeah, okay. Speculation. All right. There's a difference between speculation and fact, guys. And I kind of like to deal in factual. I will tell you when it's speculation, when I'm thinking, like today. This is what they said. This is where they're going. This is where it could lead, was my speculation. But it was based on fact. Somebody coming up and saying, this is going to happen because, I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy. Like you guys know, I respect Roy. I think he puts out some really good information. You can't tease something wicked this way comes. Okay, what does that mean? I'm gonna get another flat tire? Give me some more specifics. Okay, tell me what's gonna happen so I can prepare for that and why, and then I'm okay. Caveman, look, when to plant garlic. Around here, I usually plant it around Halloween. Morning Light, Pinball, are you zone 6B or 7A? I am 6B. Robert Bates, I will send you a good cornbread recipe. I would appreciate that, because a good cornbread I love. Cornbread, because most of it's crap. Let's see. Somebody said, Marie Howe, we grew that corn too, the peaches and cream. Sandy Newton, I love peaches and cream corn. Yeah, it's still my favorite sweet corn by a long shot, and it grows well. So, oops. I gotta see where we are. Terry Cal, I have 5 pounds of bacon in my freezer. There we go. Okay, now put a 0 at the end of that 5, and now you got plenty of bacon. Chief Jim, microwave bacon expensive, but lasts a long time. Yeah. Rooster Cogburn, any sources for antibiotic substitutes, fish mocks? If you go to 1-800-PET-MEDS, you might be able to get it on chewy.com. Hang on a second. Let me look. I've got one more. Pet Care RX. You can get the fish antibiotics for without a prescription. And guys, they're the exact same thing you're going to get from the doctor's office. Okay, 100 milligrams of, pick something, amoxicillin that you get from the pharmacy is the same as 100 milligrams of amoxicillin that just is labeled for a fish tank. It's the same stuff. Okay, so yes, you can store that. Tooth Fairy, any way to save okra other than canning it? Have no clue. I hate okra. Can't stand the stuff, so I never grow it. Yeah, you guys got to remember, I'm not originally from the South, so collard greens, black-eyed peas, mustard greens, turnip greens, okra, I didn't grow up on any of that stuff, so it's not something that's in my normal diet. Like I said, I was 40 before I was introduced to biscuits and gravy, and the first couple of times I had, well, no, I take it back, because I was introduced to it in the Army, and it was terrible, and so I didn't eat it again until I was in my 40s, and then finally somebody made it. It was good, but yeah. There's certain things like I said, I just don't know. I can tell you all the hell about anything about Polish cooking. I'm all over that. Okay. You know, remember, I grew up in Chicago. You know, you want to know what a real pizza is? Go to Chicago. You want to know what a real hot dog is? Go to Chicago. You want to know how to get murdered? Go to Chicago. But okay, let's see. Melanie Rice, I put corn in my shepherd's pie. So do I. Yes. It's just not something I can can. You know, mashed potatoes and ground beef and corn doesn't can well. Dale to Spain, what am I thinking on silver dropping below $25? Yeah, I saw that on Friday. Was it down 87 cents or whatever it would be? If you are in a position to buy silver, buy it. I mean, I'm still holding silver that I bought at 27 spot. You know, I said a long time ago, about 24 is the bottom. 24 to 25 would be the bottom. So I think you're in the bottom range again. This is a chance to buy stuff on sale. No, I would not be selling out. I'd be adding more to your stock at this point. Again, it's like anything else. You know, it always drives me nuts when I was a broker and everything like that. People never wanted to buy stuff when it was down. They, you know, it's like, oh, you know, gee, look, it's gone up 20%. Let's buy some. And I'm like, okay, so tell me the last time you went to JCPenney and they said, oh, we're having an anti-sale. We're charging 20% more today for this pair of jeans. And you go, cool, I want to buy some. Never. Okay. You know, same thing. It's psychological. You know, people try to chase. You know, they chase when it's going up. They panic when it's going down. You know, anybody that's ever made money in the market, use Warren Buffett, you buy stuff when everybody else hates it, you sell stuff when everybody else loves it. That's how you make money. Okay. Holy crap, it's 5 till. Angel Byron, in our area in Maine, the hospitals are making their employees to get the jab or you're gone. Union lawyer says they can fire them and no unemployment for them. Yeah, I've heard this. And yeah, I mean, they can get fired, okay? Because again, you are talking about an at-will employment state, okay? Which means a company can fire you or you can quit for any reason or no reason whatsoever, as long as it's not discriminatory. That's where it winds up being a fine line, and obviously the Supreme Court hasn't decided that one yet, okay? There will be lawsuits coming forward. Chances are there will be class action lawsuits going forward. But we all know how class action lawsuits work. The lawyers get rich and you get a check for $5 in the mail. So, you know, again, I'll say the same thing I've said over and 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 over is y'all know my point on the jab, okay? I mean, it's got to be 2 strikes. But my personal deal. But I'm not going to tell you don't do it or anything like that. That's your choice. That's what I've said from the beginning. Everybody has a different set of circumstances. Not a single person who's watching this right now, 1,275 people, have the exact same life experience as I do. So what my decision is not the same as yours. You know, somebody said they've got a 15-year-old who's got autoimmune disease. So both mom and dad got the jab. That's a personal decision. There's many people who are nurses, doctors, whatever, work in healthcare, whatever, that have to do it to keep their job. My whole point from the beginning is you have to be able to personally weigh the risks versus the rewards of doing it. I'm not a doctor. I don't know, okay? I know from my research that I don't want to do it. That's my choice. That's all I advocate for everybody, is that you have your choice based on your situations, not some Yahoo in Washington, a politician who's not even a doctor, or some basketball player or Hollywood starlet who, you know, graduated 8th grade, you know, going, you need to do this. Okay, no. You know, I've talked to my doctor, and based on my doctor's knowledge of my situation, we came to that conclusion. That's choice. That's all I think everybody needs to do. Okay. One more. Let's see what else we can find. Jackie Perez, Pinball Sutton's Days is a great source for canning. Yes. Keto Homestead with Jess and Lisa at Sutton's Days are my two go-tos when I have canning questions. Rena LaRue, canning dairy is Rebel. Canning is an approved method. Do at your own risk. Like I said, I don't know. Brianna, could you add the cream cheese after canned when you eat it? That's Mrs. P's recipe. I eat it. I don't make it. Matthew Silva. Oh, God. Okay, this is one. And would I write options? Okay, when you're saying write, I'm assuming you're meaning puts on any specific commodity. God. No. I wouldn't sell calls. I wouldn't sell puts. I wouldn't risk it on either one of them. Yeah. Yeah, the commodities market right now, yeah, no, I'd stay away from writing options on it. I think you could lose your ass right now. All right, guys. Alaska Prepper live stream. Let's all head over there, show him some love. But thank you all for showing. We're back home finally. See if I can keep my nose clean. All right, have a good one, guys. Pinball out.